All right.
Okay.
We're back for another week, everyone. It has been a week. um, and it has been a
And some
very
minutes.
exactly. So sorry, a little bit of a later start today. We were getting ready to start, and then I was summoned because the baby needed food. So
Aw.
yes. So recap. Who wants to do it this week?
Not it.
I mean, I did it
believe
last week, so I can do it this week.
I
We
believe
fought
Denise.
stuff.
You did. What did you fight?
We fought a wildebeest or wildebeest giant. It was big.
Mm-hmm. You might even call it dire.
Ooh.
Oh.
What else did we fight?
Giants.
I was gonna say, here's a hint. They're giant.
Now, why
does
did
the
you fight
recap
them?
feel? Wait, why does the recap feel more like an interview with the PCs?
Because
So,
you
what did you
guys
do?
are.
What did you guys do yesterday? Well, you see, we did some things, and
Maybe
It's because
you
our
guys.
characters are based after us.
Well, we
Nah.
fought the Giants because none of us spoke Giants, so they came over and were like, "Well, I guess we're fighting them too." And then we set the forest on fire, but we put it out,
Sorry.
I think, and then we went to
Mostly.
go see Dinok's dad, and we were causing all sorts of shenanigans with Dinok's dad. That's what I remember.
I made a joke about
Yeah,
the
that's
graveyard
just
shift
typical.
and got 1,000 mage hands to the face. You know.
I think I made an off comment about jail, and we had a whole thing with that and Dinok's mom.
Yeah, I believe that is true.
One sec, I'll be right back.
An important plot point is that guy from many sessions ago, Torben, may not actually be dead anymore because we tried to talk to his skull
Oh, yes.
and didn't get a response.
I also like to imagine that Dinok just engraves every skull with the name of the victim. So he
By the way, I actually have a question for Dinok. Do you still have the skull from the assassins that tried to kill us?
Yes.
Okay, cool, because I want to try talking to him later.
Our cleric likes to talk to the dead.
I
We have a
mean,
necromancer cleric. What?
I'm like Domain.
I know,
Okay.
ironic, isn't it?
all right. Well then. Nope. Don't open up over there. Okay. Well then, that's really kind of where we left off. You guys had begun traversing to Dinok's mentor's location, which is located in the same district that you guys are currently in, the Future Ward. Xpilp? I don't know how to say that, buddy.
Zolpip?
That
Yes.
sounds right.
So it starts with an X. Whoops.
Yeah. I'm changing that in my notes.
Same here.
No,
I was
to a
like,
Z.
Zolpip. Okay.
Yeah, Zolpip. So I put a Z on it instead of an X, so that I'll actually say it right. Because that'll make it much easier. So
you put a Z on xylophone.
I don't know how to spell xylophone, so sure.
With an
X,
X.
Y.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And I
So-
don't believe there's a such thing as Z-rays, but I could be wrong.
Okay, there is.
Really?
Z-ray vision.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Enlighten us.
Or don't, and let's play some D&D.
But it might be useful later for when we are playing
I
D&D.
don't think it is.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Damn.
You know what? Here,
Look it up
share
on
it in
your
the
own
general.
time.
Yeah, share it in the
I'm
general
going
chat,
Okay.
and you can
I
look
can
at
accept
it
that.
later.
And now anyone who wants to read it can. It's from a government site.
Oh, no.
God, that sounds terrifying. Anyway, so
That's good to know. We just got shut down. No, I'm kidding.
that's the page I'm missing.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys are currently on your way.
Read it
Okay.
later, damn it.
Sorry.
Yep. So, as you guys begin to actually get into the city, because before you guys went to like a very localized, outside the city limits kind of a place. It was the closest coffee shop to Dinok's home. And so now you guys are beginning to head deeper into the city. And to everyone except for Dinok, the sights that you see are mind-boggling. You see regular
Oh, God.
buildings that people are coming in and out of that appear to be made of pure glass and maybe some metal framework in areas that go up 3, 4, 5 stories. Next to them, you'll see other buildings that are almost appearing to be made out of elements of fire. But upon a closer investigation, it's mostly illusion, but it's still very real. And the roads themselves have a cobblestone kind of feel, but when you get towards the very edge of the very center of the road itself, there are these two long metal almost rods that are laid into the ground that seem to stretch into the distance of the city. And the city is bustling
that for?
with people, causing with lots and lots of noise. It is for Cardin in particular, just because you are not from anywhere that would have any kind of use of noise. This is a extremely loud city.
Like a caveman in San Francisco.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Give me 1 second
Cardin
here.
asked if anybody has any earplugs.
There we go. Okay, I fixed it.
Try putting your fingers in your ears. It's the best we can do.
But then my hands aren't ready for combat.
What are you going to be fighting here?
You never know.
Let me see.
Don't you have like 2 knives on you? Could you like shove them in your ears?
Hilt first. Hilt first.
I might have some cotton in my herbalism kit. Let me see. Hang on. First, I need to find out what's actually in the herbalism kit. Let's see. Seems legit. I don't know. DM?
I mean, if you go into the player's handbook, the herbalism, it has details about what's in it.
Yeah. It says a variety of instruments, such as, but that leaves it open to there might be other things that you might need.
Yeah, cotton doesn't sound like anything that would have been an instrument. So unless you would have gathered some at some point in time, I'm gonna say no.
Nope. I check anyway.
Okay. You don't find anything.
I just pulled a hood up on my coat.
Best you can do.
Okay.
So where exactly are you taking us, Dinok?
To I technically it's called the the Temple of the Dead.
He's taking us to a temple. Oh, right.
Ironic.
He's also. I forgot about that. How did I forget about that?
It's so funny. We have a cleric here who dabbles in pretty much everything that's outside of his domain, and then we have a wizard who is opposed to the gods and all forms of religion, who's actually a priest of the dead that works at a temple. Interesting. I don't suppose there's a quieter route there.
History.
You would know
DM?
that you would know that the fastest way is probably, honestly, probably taking the trolley, and getting to the graveyard area of the future ward, which the trolley would get you within probably a 10-minute walking distance. In terms of quieter, there is, but it's completely going around the city, basically, which would take hours.
Not sure I want to walk for hours. You say we can ride there?
Yes, that thing, and I point to the bar going across the city.
The bar. Is there something attached to the bar, or do we...
And at that time, probably a train goes by.
Oh!
Yeah, I'll say so. It's like a trolley. For those of you who don't, it's like what you would see in like New York. It's just a little trolley powered by.
Or Houston.
Sure. Yeah, just a little trolley, kind of. In this situation, to be powered by a mixture of magic and electricity, but yeah.
Which is essentially magic anyway.
Depending on your level of technology, yes.
I
Jakarta
imagine-
essentially godlike.
I imagine to some small degree...
To Cardin,
trolley-
it's some unknown beast that may need to be conquered.
The trolley may resemble something from Katya's home. Probably more along the lines of a carriage, but this one seems confined to the metal tracks.
And it doesn't have a horse pulling it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I get the idea.
You get the idea, but
I was thinking for the butt part, but I got sidetracked. I think my train of thought just derailed. I hope that's not an omen.
I thought that was normal for Katia.
Well, you know, sometimes I'm just going about my business and something tugs at the back of my head and I'm just like, what was that? But, oh, it's just a mage. Get that off of me. Ugh.
that was for the train pun.
I don't know what you're talking about. So we ride the trolley then.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, if it's faster than walking and
And sometimes
cuts down how
it-
long Carton has to go deaf.
it does drown out some of the other noises.
I feel like I'm going to both like this and hate it. You're alright there, Valinor? You seem kind of spacey.
Yeah, I'm fine. Everyone sounded like a robot for a second.
Dinok, what's a robot?
Oh, that's not really good. Oh, hey.
I think I'm good now.
Uh-oh.
Although the little one isn't.
Uh-oh.
It seems like there's
Yeah, I
some
don't know what his
babies on this
problem is.
trolley.
Oh, man. I don't want to sit next to that.
Nope, Katia, you have to sit next to the baby.
No, I'm not ready for kids. I'm still young. I've got
I
my
know,
whole life ahead
sometimes
of me.
they're sprung on you.
Yeah. The wife took him, so we'll see what happens now.
Katia.
You want me to say your
Kinda
name all over the
side-eyes
internet?
John.
Can it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
We're live, everyone.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, the trolley itself is it's loud. It's enough to drown out some of the noise of the city, but you are going to still kind of hear it. Let me turn that down just a hair bit more, just to kind of do that. The trolley is actually free transportation within the city, so you don't actually have to worry about paying for it. It's how the city itself can actually support the large population that there is. Because otherwise, it would take forever to get from one side to the other because it's so large. So, the
Because
trolley,
technically, other than the two protected areas, the city takes up most of the island.
yes.
Wow.
So the trolley system is actually the way that people travel from one side to the other without having to have magical means of doing so. Richer folk, Dinok would know more specifically, that they have means of fancy transportation.
Fancy, huh? How fancy we're talking?
Instantaneous.
like teleporting?
Among
Dinok,
yes.
Dinok, you would know that's pretty much exactly what that means.
I'd say that sounds impossible, but I mean, where there's magic involved, anything's possible, right?
I mean, how else did we get to the first island?
Magic?
Exactly. Speaking of, we never figured that out, did we?
I feel like sooner or later, the cause of it is going to reveal itself.
Maybe Zalpip will have an idea.
Maybe. If not, we'll just wait for whatever it is to smack us all in the face. As life often does.
Yeah, kind of convenient like that.
I thought that was just Dinok's mage hand.
Honestly, that's completely on point.
The giant mage hand in the sky has plucked us from our homes and brought us here.
It's about that point in time, though, that the trolley comes to a stop. At your stop. You've been on the trolley for maybe 20 minutes or so at this point. and it has been a fairly pleasant experience. You guys haven't been moving like overly fast, so you've still been able to take in the sights of the surrounding area, and the city itself is absolutely massive, and everywhere you look, magic. At least to the best of your knowledge, you see magic. Because some of you don't fully understand the concept of magic, but it's still a whoa kind of a feat.
All I can think about is the more I see all this magic around, the more I could think of ways that it could be used to solve our problems back home.
Yeah, potentially.
I might have to
Take notes.
look around, see if take notes. Maybe ask Dinok a few 100,000 questions about devices that can create water or produce them at the very least. Surely you've invented something along those lines, correct?
I think there was something about that somewhere in the archives. I'll have to recheck.
Hey, Dinok, is
Hmm?
there an item that just lets you see through any deception in front of you?
They're called glasses.
Well, if that worked, that would have solved my problem a long time ago.
That's a lot more specific.
Above game, there are items that can
Yeah.
help you do that. There's to my instant knowledge, there's nothing specifically that allows you to see through all of it. So
See-through deception. You mean like a fancy device that
Well,
allows you to tell if somebody's lying?
above game, Valnar is basically talking about like true sight.
yeah, I mean, like glasses or
doesn't
goggles of
know
true
it's-
sight are things, but they're very expensive.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So, as you guys continue to walk for a little while, a few minutes pass, and eventually the sounds of the city come to almost just a dull rumble in the background. Appropriate right there. And you come to what appears to be a large area of tombstone. And sort of in the center is this large building. Dinok, you recognize it as essentially the building where you and Zalpip would spend most of your time prepping and experimenting. The door is locked. The lights are off, which Dinok, you know, is not uncommon.
Let's see. The spare key is usually. Aha! Here we go.
You lift up the usual place and rock, and you do not see the key that is usually left there.
Huh. Now that's interesting.
What's the matter?
Usually we've got a spare key here for whenever one of us forgets it. Salpip, more likely than not, he's getting to that age. But the key's not here, so he could have already used it. We forgot to replace it, I hope.
So the door is locked. We don't have a key. That means we either have to wait, or make our own way in.
Or we can try the back door. It's usually never locked.
That works.
And if it's locked, then I know something bad is happening.
Well, lead us around.
You circle around back.
I try the door.
Okay. The handle turns, and I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gosh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shoot. What did you just do to us?
14.
Ooh, that's a 3.
That's a 4.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Can I, Shit.
Is everybody
should've-
close to me?
I should have
Yes.
done Tied to Chaos. Is this too late?
Yes.
Because that 3 is too low. Yes,
Well,
it's too
actually,
late, or
everybody
yes, I can use it.
everybody add 2 to your dex save because of John.
5 is still too low. I don't like it.
Yep.
Ouch!
Why did I roll the highest on that?
I don't know. So everybody but Valinar takes. And I'm just rolling it here.
Oh, God!
Oh!
26 points of lightning damage. Valinar, you take half of that.
Ow.
As
Can I
you
use my
turn the
reaction?
door, a bolt of lightning leaps from the door, hitting all of you. What did you want to do, Valinar?
Can I use Shield Master? Can I use Shield Master to take no damage?
Yes, you can.
I'll do that.
That's your reaction. So
Hey,
Yeah.
Would I have advantage on that because of danger sense?
yes, but a 10 still doesn't help you. Or sorry, a 7 still doesn't
9.
help you. Yeah,
If
no,
I had
DC.
to, it would be 9. So.
Yeah, the DC was 15.
Jeez.
There.
You all just rolled terribly.
Damn it.
Now I'm really glad I stopped to take Shield Master.
Ah.
Oh, fuck.
So that's what it feels like when I hit people with that.
Yes. And also, Dinok, is this normal?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
That's never been there.
So this is new? I don't think I want to walk inside now. After that, I'm afraid of what else might jump out. You know, y'all go ahead and have fun.
Okay, bye. My wife's in there. Gotta get in there.
I'll be out here watching for a little bit.
Fine, if you want to be alone whenever whatever set that trap comes back.
Lightning
Y'all-
bolt is such a good spell.
Y'all take the lead. I'll be
You're
fine.
gonna take the lead, Katya?
No, y'all. I said y'all take the lead. I'll
gotcha.
I'll stay
Okay.
back. I'll wait for everybody else to go inside. If nothing jumps out and attacks immediately, I'll follow cautiously.
Fair enough. So Dinok, you're the first one in.
Yes.
Okay. So as you walk in, you see a lot of the familiar surroundings from this back angle, and as you kind of look in and look around, does a 16 hit you?
Do I have a reaction to do shield?
Technically, you're surprised. I'm gonna do you a favor and tell you to save it and just take the bonk.
Okay.
Because it's 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And as you are whacked in the head with effectively a quarterstaff. And as you turn and look, you see Zalpip up on a series of boxes above the door and just whacked you in the head with essentially like a cane kind of quarterstaff. And after he did it, Dinok! Sorry? Gives you this, oh, oops, kind of a grin.
Well, at least I see some things haven't changed.
Well, a lot more has changed than you think.
Alright, guys, come on in.
Oh, you
Is
have
it
friends.
safe? No more lightning bolts?
As long as you don't touch it again.
Touch what?
The door.
Okay, I will not touch the door.
Make a dexterity
John,
saving throw for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
John, resist your urges.
To completely break down the door because I'm tempted.
I mean, you're certainly welcome to try.
One hit later, and there goes our paladin.
You guys just hear this tank.
Don't
Nice
tempt
knowing
me.
you.
Sorry.
That hurt.
It's meant to keep out unwanted visitors. And you guys can hear a slight whirling in the background as you kind of turn and look. You can see that the door itself has been almost recharged with electricity.
Oh. Fantastic.
So what's with the new security system?
Come in first. Come and as you guys gather in, he closes the door, using the staff, closes it.
That just seems inconvenient.
He looks at you with this puzzled look of why.
Cody doesn't answer.
But anyway, welcome back, Dinok. Where have you been?
Would you believe another island?
At this point, I'd believe anything. But really, another island?
Yeah, yeah, each of my friends here are from a different island, except for the angry one that's almost naked over there. He's from the surface.
Not me. Okay.
Surface? He looks at you, Cardin, and just
Surface.
what's it like down there?
Quieter than this.
Oh, I imagine. And speaking of which, as you guys enter this area and the door closes, a different series of sounds begins to hit your ear. That of whirling bubbles. As you guys can look around now in this room, and you see dozens and dozens of vials with open burners. I forget what the name of those things are called. Chemistry is failing me right now. And
Bunsen burners?
just
Bunsen burners?
Yeah, those. Thank you.
Beakers?
Yes, and beakers with various different colors of liquids bubbling inside.
Ooh, this
of
is
them.
more like it.
I would not touch those if I were you. He kind of says, looking at you the moment you began to have any kind of a glee in your eye.
Why
Yeah,
not?
isn't that what changed you into a woman in the first place? Alchemy
now?
and magic?
Man.
Well, when I was using magic that I didn't understand, yes, but just plain alchemy I can do.
This is not alchemy, my boy. This is mixture of science and magic. Yeah, there's a little alchemy, but it's mostly my own concoctions.
I don't suppose any of these has a way to change someone's gender.
Not permanently. Well,
For that, you need the doctor I told you about. It's pretty much the only way, common knowledge at least.
Well, you said not permanently, but how long are we talking?
At most, maybe an hour.
Ah, I see. I could pretty much do that myself.
Yeah, with your spells exploding on you.
Well,
And
sometimes it doesn't really explode. Sometimes good things happen.
Yeah, and
Rare.
sometimes you poison people.
I'm trying to work on that.
and other times you can't speak common.
I'm trying to work on that.
I
Dinok,
turned to
you have
Zalpa.
weird
It's been a
friends.
bit.
Clearly. Anyway, no, what's, what do you know of the area? What have you seen? Where have you been?
Well, when we arrived on the Cloud Giant Fortress we now have, yes, Cloud
Fascinating.
Giant Fortress that flies.
It's fun.
Yeah, we'll give you the grand tour later.
Uh, yeah, I will insist upon that.
It's still primitive by comparison to this grand city of yours, though.
Anyways, yeah, I felt a presence that night, and then yesterday we visited my family, and one of my father's experiments had gone awry again. So we hunted it down and killed it, and there was a pack of wolves that were controlled by something, but I have no clue what. Red glowing eyes?
Yeah. Yes, that would be the new, lack of a better term, Lord of the Land. Your,
Excuse me, what?
mhm.
Uh-oh.
They won't tell you outright yet, but the council has been mostly subdued.
Excuse me, what?
What are you? How familiar are you, boy, with the living undead persuasion?
Oh boy.
Yes. Oh boy, indeed. So, he continues to explain to you guys that the current. Hold on, I gotta find my notes now. Sorry, I have 5 to 6 pages of notes on your place. Give me a minute.
Holy crap.
He explains to you guys that a while back, one of the council members, when it was the first one, um, the first, the individual, Jor Tame, had, who is the current family head of the Champions Ward, owner, current overseer of the Gladiatorium, has found a way, or has been gifted with the abilities of an undead monstrosity. Something very evil and very dark. and that he is not the only one. But he's not sure how far the corruption spreads. To his knowledge, there are at least 2 on the council that have been persuaded by this influence. The leaders of the Champions Ward and the Dragon Ward are
Oh,
the two
fuck.
are the 2 that he knows of. And that's not even where it begins to get as bad as you might think, my boy. Come, look at this.
And it gets worse.
Yes. And he leads
Great.
you over to what I can only describe as an iPad. You know Dinok. He uses this as essentially a scrying focus. It allows him to look at various points on the island, and display it on a screen.
Whoa.
And there are certain other terminals that allow him to very quickly switch between locations through the use of scrying, the scrying ability. And he pulls up an exterior facing point, and you can see the Caldera Mountains in the distance, and you see a billowing plume of smoke coming from the peaks of the mountain.
Well, that's new.
It is very new. And I have learned that this has a fire giant working forges, crafting weapons. For what ends, I do not know. However, I think the one in charge is currently in cahoots with some of the members of the council, the ones that I indicated earlier. I don't know what their end goal is, Dinok, but giants of any kind are bad news.
Considering we ran into 2 of them, yeah.
But those weren't fire giants, were they?
Red-skinned?
No.
They weren't red-skinned.
No, they
They
look
were
like
not
normal giants.
most likely hill giants or some kind of lesser giant ken. There are dozens within the mountain itself working the forges, from what I can tell.
And we ran into 2 of them yesterday.
It's possible that they have something to do with the giants under there. The giants currently are answering to a fire giant by the name of Fodor something, I believe.
Fodor.
No, just Foder, Fodor. Dinok, give me a history check, will you?
Well, damn. It's a 19.
Give me 1 second here. I actually have to find the deeper part. Find something. Um, Fireforge. Suddenly, Fodor comes to mind with the final name being Fireforge.
So, spelling again, please.
Give me 1 second here. I did not have that music on loop, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Fodor is Foder.
Hey, I guessed right.
And then Fireforge. Exactly how it sounds.
Probably misspelled that one, though. That works.
Yep.
Close enough.
You mean Fireforge?
Yeah, that's the one. You recognize that name, Dinok? Because you read about him
Ooh.
in your book that you found on Giant History. It was a
Oh
name
shit!
it was a name you overlooked at the time.
Oh shit!
Fodor Fireforge is one of the greatest fire giants of smithing fire giants who has ever crafted any kind of weapons in the material plane. He is
Ow.
a legend
Oh.
among legends within the fire giants.
If this is... Oh shit, if this is the same one that I read about... We're kinda fucked, guys.
Oh, man.
Unless this is another fire giant taking his name? Fodor Fireforge is literally one of the best smiths in existence.
Oh. Well, maybe we can get him to make some weapons for us.
You weren't listening to the problems, were you?
I never said you couldn't, try to make him undead and craft for us.
Undead usually lose most of their skills when they turn undead.
Well, that sucks. Well, so much for that.
Yeah,
Kill him.
you'd think you'd have learned that from how my skeletons are basic bitches.
So, we just have to march up to these mountains and slay the greatest smith in all of existence.
Ha!
I
You
mean,
make it sound so damn easy.
that's one way to do it, yes.
Please
The
tell me
other
there's a
way-
better way.
I mean, I could just give you a dagger and you kill yourself right now. That's an easier way.
If you could
But how does that solve the
end-
problem?
if you could end the corruption or interruption within his mind, then potentially you could bring him back to his senses.
Oh, so the other way is to sever the link between the smith's mind and whatever creature ultimately holds power over him. By what? Killing that ultimately powerful creature? If it's powerful enough to subdue the mind of a giant, I think it would be easier to just kill the smithy.
Giants are not the most intelligent race in existence. They're a little more hand strong, I guess is the proper word.
Armstrong? Heavy-handed?
That's a
We'll get
word
there
for it,
eventually.
yes.
You may want to rethink that statement, Zalpip. I've come across information that tells that the giants were among the first beings to learn magic, and were some of the best. At least the cloud giants.
Really? That is fascinating.
So, maybe first
Er-
generation giants
Apparently some of their
are the only
kin did
ones.
not get that memo.
Maybe it's just the current generation, the ones that we know of, that have lost their
Perhaps.
ancestral intelligence.
Hey, Dinok.
Uh,
Question for you.
Hmm?
Do you think that King Cloud Giants would have known Fodor?
Depends on when he was killed. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, second question. Do we still have his skull?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I know where you're going with this.
It's back at the fortress, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't suppose that Zalpip here already has some fancy magic device that'll allow him to speak with the dead so that you don't have to?
I mean, that'd be helpful. I only have 2 more castings. 2 more tries today.
Actually, that's an interesting question. Let me check something.
An above game would make perfect sense for his character.
It would, but I'm
What
also
he
trying
does
to
for a
just...
living.
I'm also just legitimately curious if he can cast the spell itself. Apparently not.
Oh.
That's kind of dumb, honestly. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can do it a different way.
So all this technology around here, and you literally work in a building that deals with the with the dead, and you don't have a way to speak with them.
Well, that's just...
Oh yeah,
I'm
wizards
saying...
can't learn it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Only Bard and Cleric can learn it.
That's...
Weird.
Huh.
Yeah, this is stupid. I'm looking at it, and it's like, it's a necromancy school, so necromancers should be able to learn it. But bards and clerics.
Yeah, but
Bards?
here's the thing, though. Maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna give him a roll for it, just to see if he's had anything like. That's pretty good. I have something that's kind of experimental, but it might work.
Won't know until we try.
Very true. I'm sorry, I didn't get half of your guys' names. You are...
This is
Oh,
Katya.
Yes,
Katya.
Catherine, but Katya.
Okay.
This is Valinar.
Valinar.
So,
This is John.
John.
I like your door.
Thank you.
And this is Cardin.
Garden.
Cardin. A surface dweller.
And this one here with the horns and the scales is Dinok.
I'm well aware of that. I've pretty much taught him a lot of what he knows.
also, whatever they say, I am a
Cover
cleric.
bases.
Another cleric
Yeah,
of the
a
dead,
cleric.
perhaps.
Sure.
No.
No, he's a cleric that throws fireballs.
Interesting.
I'm a cleric of light.
Hmm. Fire is light, right?
I think that's the whole point of the ability.
Yes.
I don't think he's wrong there.
Anyway, he goes and he grabs effectively what is a potion. Do you guys have the skull that you wish to speak with?
No, it's back at the fortress.
Well, I do have. You know, we do have that.
The assassin skull?
Yeah, I've got that.
Or is that also?
But I also have that tiefling's skull,
Fair point.
who was Torben's partner.
True.
Very fair point.
Yep.
Yep.
We
How many
never
uses do we
investigated the
get?
guy.
Nope.
How many uses do we get out of this potion? I mean, it's experimental, so I guess that's a funny question to ask.
It'll depend on how much is used, I should say.
Well, who should we talk to first?
It's my understanding that you only have the one skull.
Well, we've got the skull of the assassin, and we have, following me, the tiefling, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay.
We also
Excuse me.
have that random Minotaur skull.
He's a conglomeration of 4 different beings.
Okay.
I'm not sure he even knows what he is anymore.
Well, Cardin doesn't know that he's a 4 different being or whatever.
No, I say that in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Zalpit
When-
kind of just looks at you and does like a not bad kind of a nod.
Yeah. Wanted to see if I could change what I raise, and they merged. 4 skeletons merged into this big fella.
Think somebody learned the trade secret without even having to be taught.
Yeah, it was an interesting day.
Oh, I bet.
I'm still trying to figure out how necromancy is so normal here. When aren't you supposed to be, keeping the bodies in the ground?
Well, some people give their bodies to us to be servants. It's kind of delegated as an honor to continue serving even after death.
That and
I
a
mean,
lot of
that's-
people will
that's-
pay very good money to have somebody killed and then make them their personal slave.
Yeah, there's that.
I guess
I
it's a
didn't-
good thing that the soul leaves the body upon death, then, right?
Oh, by the way, Dinok, Catherine came by again.
Huh?
Body, different Catherine. Body number 4 for her now. She's good for business.
Yeah. Just wonder why she's so pissed off all the time.
I mean, with a name like that, no offense.
Well, excuse me. I didn't choose my name. My parents did.
I said no offense. Where you're
Doesn't
from,
mean I don't
Catherine.
take offense.
Well, where you're from, Catherine might mean something completely different.
Yes, it means daughter of the wealthy.
It's not what it means here.
Apparently. So this other Catherine, what is she doing? Collecting ex-boyfriends?
We'll go with that.
Sometimes you
Little
just
bit.
gotta know when to let go.
A little bit less ex-boyfriend, more wishes they were her boyfriend. Then they say no.
Oh, great.
Ugh.
Gross.
That can't be legal.
As long as you don't get
It's
caught.
it's walking a fine line.
To have them killed, turned into. Ugh. I don't want to know what she's doing with those bodies. You know what? Let's not talk about that anymore.
Yeah,
Go back to
Anyway,
Poker.
potion drip. I need somebody to roll me
Yes.
a D1000.
A
Oh,
D1000.
okay, here we go. I'm doing it.
He's got his effects table out. Here we go.
We even have a.
This site does not have a D1000.
You can roll
10
if you in the chat, if you type /roll, you can then do D whatever number you want. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that's a pretty small number, actually.
Yeah, 181. Okay. He. Boop. Glug, 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 glug. I have to roll.
Oh boy.
Where's my other? There it is.
You just drink it.
No, he did not.
Okay.
All of a sudden, he looks like a girl.
No, he poured it on the.
Skull.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is this the tiefling or the thief?
Never specified.
Well, which one is
Uh-oh.
it? Because he actually rolled just high enough on a percentile for it to work after that.
Want to go high or low?
That's
'Cause
up to
I
you
didn't-
guys.
Sure.
Because I didn't.
I is the thief.
Okay. Thief it is.
Thief it is.
Or assassin.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I meant. Assassin, thief. You know, they steal things just in different ways.
Okay. As it hits, you can hear the life beginning to return to the skull. He goes, now this is
I thought we questioned this guy already.
this is modified slightly. He may not have as many answers to give you. But
By the way,
ask
the one
until the
we
magic leaves.
questioned- By the way, the one we questioned was the leader of the group. This is just one of those random scrubs.
Ah, yes. If I remember correctly, they had a hit out on from the assassin's family on John and I specifically.
Yep.
And they just hired the other guy, that one, and I point to one of the zombies. To help them. These guys are the ones we should have questioned first. But they were...
Oh. Also, before we start asking questions,
Okay.
Ah, the zone of questioning.
All right. You cast the spell. The head is there. What do you guys wish to ask it?
Why was the hit called on John and Katya?
That's a good question.
The hit was issued on John because he poses a threat to the Master. The blonde is a threat. That's all he says.
Alright, I guess.
Apparently, we're a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't mean to be.
Now,
That's
the
funny.
next question is, who is the master you speak of?
And the rest of my notes.
You weren't expecting this at all.
I mean, I had ideas of what you guys were gonna do. All of my notes are in
Like several sessions ago.
well, all of my notes are also in various different places. Because I can't keep anything straight. The master is Master Connolly.
Sir, what was that name again?
Master Connolly.
Connolly. Okay. And if I remember correctly, John, wasn't that the head of the assassin's family?
Was it?
Yes.
Yes.
So how could we possibly be a threat to the assassin's family when I didn't even know the assassins existed?
How indeed?
Is there something you're not telling us, John?
Don't look at me, I'm just as confused.
He answered that, by the way. That's our
Yeah.
third question.
I wasn't even directing it at him, but apparently he's listening in on a conversation. Nosy skull.
Alright, let's figure out how much you guys are worth. How much was the hit contracted for?
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Enough to set us for life. And that's where the voice fades.
You hear that, John? We're priceless.
Or at least worth several thousand.
Yeah, I feel like we
Depending
should
on
turn
how you look-
Katya in and get some money.
Hey!
Depending
Hey!
on how you look at it, you guys are worth more dead than alive. Depending on
First of
I
all,
mean,
you would have to find some way to bound me long enough to get us back there. And second, the moment you go to turn me in, don't think they aren't gonna... What?
I pull out my 50 feet of rope.
Also, I'm not actually doing that, by the way.
Okay, I was about to say. Second, by the time we get... by the time you turn me in, guess what? They're looking for you as well.
I mean, all John would have to do is just say, hey, I want to play with you.
Hold up, hold up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Play with who?
Uh-huh.
Hold up.
All I'm saying is, John would just have to tell Katya, hey, you want to have some fun tonight?
Whoa, whoa. It's not that easy. A lady of my caliber has to be wined and dined.
It isn't.
All John would have to do is
Okay.
take off his shirt and you would be drooling.
We're not gonna talk about that one.
Then if we put enough alcohol into it, I mean, hey.
But again, John is one of the hits too, so
Yeah, that's why we do the delivery. John, stay safe.
Yeah, exactly.
no. I'm not
So,
sacrificing
should I
myself so
focus
you people can be
on
rolling.
something else, or should I go away at this point?
Why is it everybody wants to get rid of me? What did I do?
I mean,
No,
I've
it
only
would
known
just
you for
be
about 30 minutes, and I
easier.
can think of about 3. I also just changed his voice on you guys. I'm sorry. I've
I mean-
only known you for about. I've lost it. Give me a minute. I'll get it back.
Could you see this idea working with me? I feel like we could get away with it with you and still get you back unharmed, but it wouldn't work so well if we did it with me.
Anyways, we'll come back to this later when we're in a more.
Maybe just conversations like this is why they want to hit out on us.
Why?
Anyways, while we have this conversation, can we go to the room? Zalpip?
Of course,
That's all
you
right.
know the way down there.
Yeah, thank you.
His voice changed again.
I will stab you in the back.
I'm watching. I'm watching. You can't stab me in the back when my back's against the wall.
Oh,
All
you
he
put your
needs to
back
do
up
is
against the
Mulder-
wall closest to you?
Hmm?
You put your back up against the wall closest to you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I know better than that, no.
Okay.
Anyways,
You make your way down to the room. The route almost blank for you, as you've walked it a million times before.
about near every day these past 10 years.
You can see there she is, perfectly preserved, almost like the day you guys, almost as perfect as the day she left.
I'm home, my love.
Before you
Oh,
say
this is
too
the
much
wife
more,
you
did
speak of a lot.
you guys? Yeah, who else followed?
I thought we were all going, so you know. I
I
just
thought we were all going, so I would go.
That's fine. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I just followed.
You
You
guys
didn't tell us not to
see.
follow.
You guys see basically encased in a, for the lack of a better term, a coffin of glass crystal.
Ooh.
A beautiful half-orc woman with actually, Dinok, I never got a full description. Do you want to take it from here?
Okay, so first thing you notice is how tall she is. Actually, about 6.5, almost 7 feet.
Wow.
While she's not overly muscular, she is fit and toned. Fiery red hair going down to mid-back. You notice she's not full orc. She is obviously a half orc. You can't see the color of her eyes. They're closed, unfortunately. I'm working on it. But she is perfectly still, not moving.
And is wearing
that's basically
a
it.
beautiful, expensive looking, almost Sunday dress. That's unwavering in this glass crystal.
I don't suppose my father might have had some hand in making that dress for her.
I doubt it. I doubt it, considering we had the best dressmaker in town craft it.
It seems that
Mm.
certain styles seem to be kind of universal around here. So what did you say
Maybe
happened to her again?
10 years ago, she fell sick with an illness, we thought,
Mm-hmm.
when none of the healers could fix it. We went to the priest of the nearest temple, which was actually for Palutena,
Hmm.
which is our goddess of light and life. Pretty much the best for healing. But for whatever reason, they refused to heal her. Almost immediately, once they began looking into the case, they threw us out of the temple. We went to a few different. We went to Pan, Thor, Nurgle. We even went to Priests of Mortis. And they threw us out. We eventually only learned when we went to a Temple of Anansi, it was a curse. But they never told us who planted the curse. Only that it felt divine in some way.
Hmm.
But
Question. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Well, actually, this was a question for Rip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if I see any curse or anything, or sense anything like a curse coming from the body.
Ooh. Go ahead and make either a Arcana or a Medicine check, whichever one is better for you.
Yeah, that's an 8 versus a 0.
Ooh.
27.
Wow.
You know all.
No,
You understand her physiology.
it is a little difficult trying to examine somebody through glass or crystal. You're not, maybe a mixture of both. But there is remnants of what appears to be a very powerful curse. You're not sure where the curse would have originated, but this is beyond anything you could imagine a mortal ever having done, as it's still lingering. Especially after Dinok describes how long ago this
10
was.
years. She died 10 years ago.
Well, Dinok, I hate to say this, but the curse is still there.
It's lingering. It's weaker. It's that you would imagine, but it's just not natural.
But it's still there.
Mhm.
You think it was Tenebrous?
Now, why would he target a half-orc woman? Champion of the arena, though she may be. But why would he target one individual when no one else on this island has had this affliction?
Hmm.
Dinok,
he
my
knew-
boy.
Hmm?
I do have. Sorry to take away from your conversation here, but I found the notes I was looking for. I have an idea. A way to to gain knowledge on how we may be able to restore her. I don't know about the curse, but I know about potentially curing or at least reviving her. What do you know of Aboleth?
History check?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Soft 20.
Off 20, okay. Eh, they're pretty big, they're pretty scary. They typically live underwater. Haven't been seen in a long while.
We talking formation of the fake lake while, or are we talking before that?
You don't know if there are any native or on your island. So potentially even older than that.
Okay, because we made the fake lake pretty much right after the Demon War.
Yep.
So, pre-Island Rising.
Potentially, yes. To your knowledge, anyway.
I've read of them. Deep sea creatures pre-Island, right?
Yes, or at the very least, that's what we thought. Some fool had the intention of, how do I say this? I guess the best word that could be used here is to destroy the Kraken.
Fuck?
And he dove into the lake, where he was met by an onslaught from a rather large company of aboleths. And since that day, I have been doing research on them, and I found something that is huge.
Did the individual survive?
No. Aboleths have a perfect memory, Dinok. And they pass down their memories to their young. If it is possible that if there was a magic from the pre-rise that could restore your wife, the Aboleths might know of it.
Well,
How do you speak to an aboleth?
We didn't really stick around to find out if they were terribly friendly or not. But nevertheless, it's a lead, which is more than we had years ago, Dinok.
mm-hmm.
Now, to go back to your earlier question of why Tenebris would target one specific individual, perhaps, this is all my speculation, but perhaps he felt threatened, or he knew more of the gods' plans for us and was trying to get at you specifically before you could do anything about it. But I don't know. It's just a thought.
Or maybe your wife would have been able to stop whatever the hell's going on with your council.
Ooh, that's a good thought too. So it sounds like we have a lot of work ahead of us between stopping some fire giants, getting involved in governmental affairs like we were told not to do, and meeting some aboleths. Where should we begin in our suicide mission?
On the top of a mountain.
I think Garden just wants to meet a blacksmith.
Why don't we take a break and talk about it on break, as I have given you guys a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. So don't go nowhere if you want to figure out what happens next.
Uh-oh.
And we're back. So, now that everybody had some time to stretch their waters and drink their legs, what is the plan of action?
Ew. Well, let's go with the theory that Valinar had, and say that the council cursed Dinok's wife. If we find a way to resurrect her before we deal with the council, who's to say they won't just curse her again? So I feel like that should be priority number one, is to meddle in governmental affairs.
I hate politics.
I told you
Yeah,
guys
but-
we'd be getting into politics here.
But we did such a good job with politics on Isurus.
That's about a 50% track record for me.
Your island?
Yeah.
Oof.
Did you miss the whole, I was arrested, imprisoned, broke out of jail story?
Oh, I didn't know it went up all the way up to the politics level.
But once again, we're a theocracy.
All right. I forgot about that.
You know, Valinar, 50% is still better than 0% success rate.
Yeah,
We
but
could've
when the 50% failure involves an attempted execution?
Oh, I mean, when we were imprisoned on Isurus, we were essentially geared for execution there too.
Wait, you were in prison,
Well, we were-
Dinok?
I didn't say Dinok, I said we, like Valinar and I.
At least there was an investigation there.
Yes.
I was
got
literally
lucky on
arrested,
that.
thrown in jail, and the next day I was told I was going to be executed.
And somehow you escaped.
Yes, because my mentor literally broke me out.
Must be
And
nice having mentors. I don't have a
And
mentor.
set the entire temple on fire. But yeah,
Well,
Ooh.
unless my mother counts. They burned the temple down?
Are you even in the same time zone we are, Katya?
What do you mean?
Like, it feels like you're on a conversation 10 seconds behind us.
I might be. I don't know. My memory's awfully fuzzy these days. I've been through quite a bit.
Also, to answer whoever was asking about burning down the temple, that was mostly on purpose. He was also my mentor as well.
And also, he did it.
Oh,
Like I said, my political track record's not that good.
Well, that's okay. With the rest of us here, we'll balance it out.
now I'm terrified for our future.
Now, can we revisit the whole we were all in prison in Isurus? Well, most of us were in prison in Isurus. Honestly, I don't even remember who all was there anymore.
I think that was
Yeah, I
before we
wouldn't
met
mind
John.
hearing more about this.
Yeah, that's your
John,
home.
did we never tell you about going to jail?
Yeah, no, y'all keep referencing going to jail, but you haven't informed me. I was like, y'all
It
were
was
in jail? I'm with a bunch of criminals? Is that what I'm hearing?
Actually, we were the ones dealing with the criminals. You see, we were set upon by what we believe were bandits out in the woods one night.
They were bandits.
They weren't
They were
bandits.
banned. No,
They were bandits, but they also weren't. They were city guards for the what was it? Was it for Tullus? Can't remember exactly what city it was for.
The capital, the Wyvern Guard people.
I have
Yeah.
never been to
Get a
jail
wyvern
for
with them.
something that I have done.
Yes.
Griffins.
So they attacked us for just existing. Tried to steal everything from us. We killed them. So then we were under, except for one guy managed to escape. And when we approached the city, we were arrested for killing city guards until we managed to prove, through a unified argument, that they attacked us first, acting as bandits.
I see.
Yes, so we're not really criminals. We were dispatching criminals.
And falsely accused.
Bastard.
Well, that's good to know.
If I could kill him again, I would.
Pretty sure we ended up
Deserved it.
not killing that guy. I think he was arrested.
I don't remember. That part I don't remember. I do remember we didn't die that day, and it was glorious.
I would
You know,
hope not. I'm not traveling with a bunch of ghosts now, am I? First criminals and now ghosts?
Okay,
Wow,
first I'm going to
behind your
interject
shoulder.
something. That line Katya just uttered about killing a guy again, that does sound real bandity to me, so I can understand somewhat now.
What?
I mean, to be fair, how many people have we killed since? Yeah. I mean, look at your collection of the undead and skeletons. We have. I'm not surprised that you all have been killing people even before I joined.
It was self-defense.
We have
Most
killed
of
a
the
lot
time.
of things out of self-defense. Griffins, people, bandits. Well,
Self-defense, right.
Good. We don't consider bandits people. I'm happy about that.
If you want to get technical, we did ambush the bandit camp where we found Torben's sacrifices. So
They
that
weren't
wasn't
people.
self-defense.
They were assholes. There's a difference.
They were bandits. They weren't people.
They weren't even bandits.
They were criminals.
They're lower than that. They were trying to sacrifice little girls.
2 demons.
That is fair.
It's a good thing we came along when we did.
You
Ah,
were
the good old
hired to
days.
go.
It wasn't self-defense, though. And we did our job,
Anyway.
didn't we?
How do you think those
Barely.
girls are doing anyway?
Hopefully
Yeah, we
they're
never
getting
followed
some
that story, did
therapy.
we? Well, I've never been one for getting the story back on track here. I've never been really one to pay too much attention to politics. But we could always go to the June House.
Oh, right. That's still on our agenda too, isn't it?
One of my cousins.
I
Technically,
remember something being mentioned.
A close friend of mine. Let's go with that.
Okay.
She would be able to help us more on the political map than I would ever be able to even come close to comprehending.
Okay. But I mean, why we don't really have to understand the politics. We've already been given the names of the targets.
Yeah, but how deep their connections run?
Well, after we're done assassinating them, which is what you do to political figures.
We're not
Um,
assassinating the heads of the families.
We're
They're
getting to assassinate people.
Okay, after we kidnap them, Valinar can Valinar can question them because he seems to be pretty good at that, dead or alive.
Dinok just sits on the ground.
Okay, how about we go back to the whole "we're not going to kidnap people" thing? That
Saltip comes over and pats you on the head,
Otherwise-
Dinok, and just says, "You have your work cut out for you."
Yep.
You know, I remember being the one who said, "No, we're not kidnapping people," like way back when. But it just seems to have become a
pretty sure-
mainstream thing.
I vividly remember shouting, "We're not kidnapping the mayor."
Yes, and I was in agreement with you. And then, it still comes up every time we need information. It's like, how about we kidnap this person? Oh, wait, we can speak with Ted. How about we just kill them? Then they can't argue it. But here, what are we supposed to do? We can't kidnap them. We can't assassinate them. How do we get the information? Run for mayor?
Hey, Dinok, you want to run for council?
I mean, I could command them to give us the information.
I gotta mute.
Oh no, I've killed another player. I don't even know what I said.
Gosh.
I like John's idea.
swear.
Command us to give the information.
I swear, you're gonna murder me one of these days from a coughing fit from laughing too hard.
Sorry.
Oh wait, I don't know if command actually can force people to talk. So JK on that.
I command you to give me information. Now, if they want to write it down, that's up to them.
Well,
That's
it
called
says the
dominate
DM
person.
Can determine if they
Oh, Can I learn
on
that
that
spell? I
because
want that
it's
spell.
just like
That's a 5th level, I
approach,
believe.
drop, flee.
Yeah, those are more like combat based. You're thinking more of like dominate person, which is a fun spell in its own
That's not
right.
what I'm thinking about.
Well, it's what you want to
Dominate.
do. Wow, phrasing. Anyway. What would you guys like to do? You guys need to make decisions.
Dinok wants to go to the June household to go see Rel.
I want to stop to get a beer.
Both are
Maybe later tonight.
accessible.
Cool.
We can get you better stuff at the June household. They're damn rich.
Steal the beer from the June household.
Wow, it's like he just said that.
Like at the same time. That was weird.
Echo, echo, echo.
Almost like there's an echo in here, guys. Oh my goodness. Alright. It is easy enough.
Serious.
We
Who
are
is
being
that?
serious.
I mean, I'm always serious. It's you,
Wait,
yahoos, I
serious
gotta watch
question.
out for.
What was that?
It's you, yahoos, I gotta watch out for.
I don't know.
Fair.
what
I
you're
don't
talking
know
about.
how to be serious.
Serious question for Dinok.
Yes.
The people we're going to see, Are they in any way connected to the people we need to worry about? Those two counselors or whatever?
No. The June household is technically in charge. They're part of the Veek family, my family, technically. About 1,500 years back.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure we didn't need to be overly cautious.
Yep.
Okay. I will say, you say your goodbyes to your beloved and your wife. I'm kidding.
Hey.
No, you say your goodbyes to Zalpip and your wife, and you guys make your way to the. This would be back into the city, back into the noisy area. This one.
Yep, back into the future ward.
Yeah. Back here. Here we are.
Yep. So, okay. Yeah, and it is a relatively easy time to get to the June estate. It takes up several city blocks, and you couldn't miss it if you had to.
Even if you tried.
Yeah. Upon seeing you, Dinok, the individuals basically double check to make sure it's you, and then let you and your companions into the estate without really any issue.
Nice place.
I want all of you to be on your absolute best behavior.
No promises.
Hey, then get ready to be thrown out.
I
It
said no
is-
promises. I'll do my best.
It is absolutely beautiful in here. We're talking marble, like a marble building built from what appears to be hand. And the moment the doors close, the city behind you disappears. And
Wow.
it is quiet. And you guys are just standing in kind of like the foyer area. And one of the servants, a half-elfin individual, kind of just says, please wait. The head of the household is a little ill at the moment, but sorry.
John, this is your opportunity to help.
Lady Rel will be with you guys momentarily.
Thank
And
you.
they leave. And
You
you
just
guys
gotta lay
probably
on hands.
Wait, who
You
am I helping?
guys-
We'll deal with that in a bit.
you guys wait for probably 20 minutes. I will say that there is a nice kind of open fireplace seating area for you guys to sit in. The furniture is lavish and what's the word I'm looking for?
Plush.
Plush would be a good word, yes. And you guys also notice that this place also has some of those fancy drinking gourds that whenever you pour from it, it pours what you're thinking.
Oh! These things again. Perfect.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of surprised when I saw them on the other island.
Mhm.
I mean, magic is magic, is it not?
Yes, but the same idea being thought of twice. With
I'll take some
what
hot
seems
chocolate,
the
please.
same implementation, it's really strange. It's one hell of a coincidence, honestly.
Or perhaps there are powers we just will never understand.
Off.
I'd like some hot chocolate, please.
Okay. Hot chocolate pours from the jug.
You're saying pleased from an inanimate object.
You said to be on my best behavior. Do you want me to change?
No.
Okay, thank you. I will say please to my inanimate objects if I desire. Hot
Dinok,
chocolate,
is that
please.
you?
Well,
You turn and you see Urel kind of standing at the top of the marble staircase. This, close to like your color scale color, but you can tell that it's slightly different, being just a slightly different breed. You could say, but you guys, the rest of you see this young. You gather young, black scaled dragonborn. The best view. Kind of descend the stairs and is wearing this almost like a gold gold colored work dress, is the best way I can describe it. It comes down to about just below the calf. It is a slender fit and hugs her body tightly, and very nicely, I might add. Dinok, she's grown
John,
up a
eyes over
while
here.
in the time that you've been gone. She's
I
holding
can do what I
herself
want with my eyes.
differently. She's holding herself differently, a little more confident, if you would.
Rel, it's good to see you again.
Where have you been? It's been months. She comes down and gives you a hug.
You honestly, I scarcely believe it sometimes myself when I think about it. There are other islands out there that had the same idea our ancestors did to escape the demon invasion. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's fascinating.
Yeah, and my companions here, Katya, Cardin,
Hello.
there's Valinar, and over there's John. They're all from different islands themselves.
And I don't think
That's
any of our
fascinating.
islands ended up.
Would you guys
Quite the
mind
same.
walking and talking with me? I'm very busy. Come. Follow me.
Of course.
She begins leading you upstairs and down to one of the office rooms. Dinok, it seems kind of weird that she's leading you into the office area. Then it becomes even weirder when she leads you into her father's office and then sits behind his desk.
Rel,
Yes.
I take it your father's illness is worse than the servant told us if you're sitting there.
He has fallen ill and has been ill for a little while, fighting some kind of rabid fever. I'm afraid. And in the
It's not a
meantime,
curse, is it?
I don't know. In the meantime, I have taken over the family affairs and just been in charge of managing everything my father has done, and it's been a lot.
I'd imagine so. I remember we could barely get to Uncle Enren when we were children.
Yes. However, I have since learned that a lot of that was him just. She kind of looks over to one of the bookshelves. Him drinking hooch, and she reaches over and reaches through the books and pulls out essentially a bottle of unlabeled alcoholic beverage.
Ah,
What
And she
the
gives you this
fuck?
mm-hmm. Yes. Father had a lot of explaining to do that day.
Let me guess, it's not so much illness, it's him getting his ass whooped.
Oh no, he's very ill right now. The doctors are saying things such as like fearing for his life and whatnot, but
oh no.
we've put as much we've spared no expense and um, are having every healer possible coming and taking a look at his ailment and seeing what they can do for him.
But
Did you have any priest?
We've had, I mean, short of having an individual like points at Carden, him look at Father. We've had pretty much everyone examine him. Um,
I bet you haven't had anybody from another island.
this is true.
Or from the surface.
The what now?
Or from the surface.
Oh yes, because it'd be so easy to find somebody still alive on the surface.
He's
Carden
Actually,
raises his hand.
Are you for real?
as far as we can tell. Yeah.
I'm not
Considering-
smart enough to not be for real.
Uh,
ow,
she like look
ow,
self burn. Those are rare.
ow, my brain.
I have something for this. I think I do.
Yes!
Not smart enough to not be real. That's a good comeback.
So,
Wow.
she looks at you, Carden. Do you know a lot about medicine?
That would actually probably be more my specialty, actually.
Nope.
Meta what?
Yeah.
Well, he at least knows
bandages?
what's not poison.
I probably know like
Usually.
what a bandage is.
He
Yeah.
knows very well how to make wounds.
Yeah, Carden, your medicine extent is basically you know how to patch a band-aid. Or
Yeah,
patch a wound, I
exactly.
guess would be the yeah. So
And my
Um,
own at that.
so turns to Katya. You're good with medicine.
Somewhat proficient.
How?
I mean, I'm not too bad.
What do you mean?
You can see this shift in her demeanor. You can see that her shoulders kind of slouch a bit more. She leans forward on the desk. You guys can tell that this situation has been very hard on her. And the stress of potentially losing her father has become a very real possibility for her, and she is terrified of that potential outcome. If you or any one of your group can find a way to cure father, then I can't express how grateful I would be. And of course, we'd pay you for your service. Just can't lose him. Council's already falling apart. We can't lose him.
Yes, Zalp have told me the problems of the council so far.
She kind of like mutters to herself. Well, as far as I'm aware, hold on. Okay. She like kind of quizzically looks for a moment and then right. Do you want to see him? I don't know. She's kind of looking to you guys at this.
Hmm.
Well, I can tell you it'd be very hard to diagnose a problem without seeing the patient. As for what to do about it, it really depends on the nature of this illness. Whether it's something we can. I'll just stop right there. Maybe it's best if we just look at him before saying much more.
Of course. This way. And she leads you guys. You guys walk for a while. You guys can hear the clacking of your feet on the marble floor. Especially Valinar and John, as you guys' plate is kind of down the hall.
Quack, quack.
But
Are you
eventually you guys
quacking
are
down
led.
the hall? That's what I heard. I'm sorry.
Not quack.
So
Quack, 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 quack.
you guys head to basically what is the medical wing of this building, and it is a private area. She leads you in, and you can see Enran currently sleeping on a very comfortable bed. You can tell he's an older individual with black dragonborn features, and he's a rather large individual. Probably a little bigger than Dinok, but more muscular. This is Iran Jun, the current head of the Jun family, and his ailment is again unknown to. Please, if you would like to examine him, you may. As you guys get closer, you guys can actually see wrist restraints on Enran.
Why is he
Around his-
restrained?
When he is in severe pain, he thrashes a lot. This is to protect both him and those around him.
Okay.
As he is typically guarded 24/7 individuals, and kind of looks around the room. They're always watching. But with me here, it's fine. They won't.
We do.
On.
That line.
They're always watching.
Like, does she mean?
No, she is referring to that there are guards in this room that are currently unseen.
Oh.
They won't disturb you
Because
as
of
long
this-
as I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm well aware.
Dinok's starting to get a little paranoid.
Good.
Is this a disease or a curse?
For the most part, people are under the assumption it's a disease of some kind of ailment. But that's as far as we've been able to determine.
What were his symptoms?
Raging fever, thrashing about violently was, we believe, is actually beginning to become part of these symptoms, but at first we thought it was just from the pain. Yeah, raging fever, increasingly loss of appetite, Um, also begun to pale a little uh, under the scales. If you kind of towards this, the
Hmm. I can tell you, typically a
Question
fever.
two. Sorry.
I can tell you, typically a fever is indicative of form of a disease. As for paling of the skin, violent tendencies, I can't think of any illness that would do that. This sounds more like some kind of possession or a transformation to me.
and that's why we are having every medical professional on the land examine him if they wish. You were saying, Dinok?
Actually, this is a question to the DM.
Oh yes.
um, how close is that to what happened to Borgok?
The high fever and loss of appetite are about the only two symptoms that they share in common.
Okay.
At a surface glance, it does not appear to be the same thing.
Okay. Because I think it was
Uh-huh.
Valinar who said it, but now I'm paranoid.
Uh-huh. Look, I wouldn't be mean enough to take two people in your life from you that way. Or would I? Scribble, scribble. Notes for later.
Well, all I can really do is examine him on a closer scale and see what comes up.
Absolutely. Whatever you need, just let me know. Everybody, if you would like, or whomever would like, may roll a medicine check.
Medicine it is.
Wow.
I was about to say, where is it? That's not good for me at all.
I have a +8 to medicine. I rolled a 10.
That's
Hang on.
rough.
Do I get a special bonus for using my herbalism kit?
Do you want to apply your herbalism kit to this roll? I'm gonna say probably no,
I mean,
not on this. If you were
yeah.
if you were applying a herb, I would allow it, but not for
Yeah.
diagnosing something.
Right.
Wow.
Dinok knows more about medicine.
I mean, I gotta know the mortal body in order to
Mhm.
prepare it.
I can't say that I'm very familiar with dragonborn physiology.
Yeah. Honestly, this kind of does make sense for Dinok, for honestly, in a sense. Dinok, you begin examining the body and you keep looking and looking. Something doesn't seem right. Like you're missing a detail. Something small that you overlooked. Roll a investigation check with advantage because you're taking your time.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay. And also roll me an arcana.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my point of inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, nice.
You want to use it to make it that 27?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good pull. Good pull. Um,
I ain't gonna use it any other time. Might as well do it now.
good thing too.
Thanks, Ginger. Thanks.
Yeah, that's all.
For those who don't know, he just posted the meme of the Spaceballs.
We found shit.
Yeah. Please post that in the memes folder too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
So, Dinok, as you're looking over the body, carefully inspecting it, things begin to connect in your rapidly, random points, and all of a sudden they land on not necessarily a disease, but a disease-like curse that has not been seen thousands of years. Enran is currently fighting off the effects of vampirism.
Oh fuck!
Oh
Great.
no.
Oh.
And Dinok says it out loud.
What's the matter, Dinok?
June, we need absolute privacy now.
Of course. This room or elsewhere?
Let's. Where's this? I don't know. Elsewhere, yes, elsewhere.
Elsewhere. Okay. Follow me. Come. Follow. And she's walking with a purpose, a very quick and determined pace.
And I am right behind her.
Mm-hmm. I'm imagining the rest of you guys are keeping up.
Oh, trying.
Yes.
Slow down, damn.
Dinok, she leads you to the vault. More specifically,
Oh, hell yes.
more specifically, the vault holding area. It's the pre-part of the vault, basically. So you have the vault door, and then you enter it, and you have the holding area, and then there's another door that leads into the actual vault itself of their treasury. She takes you into you guys into the holding area, and as the door closes behind you, she goes, "Okay, this is the most secure place in the entire building. What's going on, Dinok?"
I don't know how, I don't know where, but Uncle Enran is becoming a vampire somehow. It's a curse, it's...
Vampire.
Yeah,
Vampirism.
Well, that's an easy fix. All I need is some cloves of garlic and a pinch of salt.
how the fuck?
Really, it's an interesting idea, but sure, I'll allow you to say that.
Well, I mean, above game. Going off the old superstition that garlic repels vampires and all that, and
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, yeah, I'll allow you to say it.
Yeah, it's a children's story. Come on.
I'm allowing you to say it. I'm sorry, what was that, Valinar?
Nothing. Never mind.
Okay.
Didn't make any sense when I started saying it.
Anyways.
Right.
How the...
Go ahead.
Was there anyone weird Uncle Enran was visiting, or was being visited by, before this started?
Oh, he was visited by some of the council members recently, but they discussed business.
Was it anyone from the Genethus or the Tam?
Oh wow, that's actually pretty good.
Wait a minute.
Now that you say it, I think, I think, uh, I think, Jor might have been here. Um, I believe so, anyway.
Zalpip said that Jor and Gin were both afflicted by something that's trying to control the council.
You think they're
Oh, no.
vampires
What
as well?
I don't know,
It's all coming
but
together. Dinok, I need you to think back real hard. Remember when we were in the underground city on Isserus? At the tree with the masks?
oh shit, yeah.
And we were attacked by a vampire. Right? Guarding the masks that were used for the Sleeping King. You don't think that this undead abomination Zalpip spoke of could also be the Sleeping King?
How would he get here before us?
Well, if what they say is true, he's a god.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah. It's all starting to sound very familiar. I've got a bad feeling about this.
When did the weird things with the council begin? June.
I want to say month and a half, maybe
Oh,
maybe
no.
2 months ago. Maybe not quite that long. It's been at least a month, I would say. A little more than
Let's
that,
also,
but I don't know for sure.
let's also not forget that Torben, when we questioned him initially before we killed him,
Well,
spoke.
he killed himself,
Well,
remember.
he killed himself, right? He spoke of the Sleeping King and how Tenebris is only just one of his generals, or something, something along those lines. Those details are fuzzy.
There's something about
But Torben was working with Tenebris, who was working for the Sleeping King, and now Torben's soul has gone missing. Which you said he may have been resurrected.
Yeah.
And now there's these weird, and then there was that device that the demons had that you said looked like something from
Technology
here.
You know.
It's all starting to come together. I think the demons and the Sleeping King and Tenebris and Torben, all of that is related here. We've got a bigger problem. Whew.
Shit.
So how do we cure vampirism?
I mean, technically it is a curse.
The only thing I can think of is a stake to the heart and stick him in sunlight.
Fuck that, no.
Yeah, no, that's a fair reaction.
I mean, there's the spell Remove Curse that clerics can learn, or paladins.
The one I know, but I just don't have prepared right now.
Really?
Aha.
Are you shitting?
I have a spell called Remove Curse. I just don't have it prepared at the moment.
Yeah, above
What you're saying
game,
is,
clerics are bullshit.
so what you're saying is, if we come back tomorrow, you can fix this vampirism right here, right now.
No guarantees.
Right. Definitely no guarantees on that one.
True, but you can at least try.
And it
But
has a
that's still-
better chance of working than most other things.
Here's a weird question. Is it also considered a disease?
Depends on how you look at it.
It's a curse that acts like a disease.
I was going to say, I could always try Lesser Restoration and remove it as or remove it as a disease. I don't know. Once again.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Once.
Okay, Card.
It doesn't hurt to try once. Okay.
Mm,
Do we want to try that? I
Yeah,
really...
since we're already here, yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Hopefully. But just in case, we should probably have a steak as a last resort.
Steak?
so you guys are gonna
I mean-
try.
Arden wants to like steak.
Arden, come back to the microphone.
The what? The voice amplification magic device.
The what?
Bingo.
So I just have
So-
to sit like 4 feet away from my microphone for it to be perfect. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we're trying lesser restoration on him.
Okay. Will you throw that in the chat for me?
Yep.
You cast the spell. I don't remember if that
Well,
one.
first we gotta go back there.
It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough. You guys head back there. You cast the spell. Only verbal and somatic. Easy enough. And you can tell that it lessens his pain, but only momentarily.
My hand is back. Come back tomorrow with remove curse.
Fair enough. We've got a lot to mull over between now and then.
Dinok.
Actually,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead, Valinar. No, go ahead, Valinar.
Valnar, when that fails, wants to try and slip off on his own and use sending to ask Nadon if he knows of any way to remove vampirism.
Okay. Probably not wise to slip off while inside of a house. That's not yours.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
Fair enough. I will say that
Oh.
Lady.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I will say that Lady June leads you to a nearby restroom that you can use, and while you cast the spell, Dinok, you hear Zalpip's voice in your head.
Hmm?
Dinok, my boy. A, I found something. B, a colleague of mine and I built something that might help your endeavor. If you decide to go this route anyway, swing by when you can.
Okay.
Send okay back.
No, I sent okay.
Okay. Valinar, you receive back. Sorry, just mentally crossing time zones. You receive back that vampirism in certain stages is completely irreversible. But if there's a heartbeat, there's a chance. I believe remove curse or greater restoration might do it. I'd have to look at greater restoration.
Well, time for a nap.
Give me 1 second to look up Raider, and I'll just double check. Short of that, a wish spell. But good luck.
By the way, when Valnar gets back, first thing he says is keep his heart beating.
Okay.
Good done. Good done.
Um,
If we need to
okay.
restart his heart, we can restart it.
Not in this case.
Well, I don't know. I do know a few electric spells that might be able to keep his pulse going.
If his pulse stops, it's over.
Should I stay here and just keep shocking him then?
No.
No.
Okay. I was just asking. Jeez.
That would be funny. So,
Who said that?
what would you guys like to do?
Take a nap.
Before we go anywhere, I heard my Zalpip's voice in my head. Told me he and a colleague built something that could help us. Just need to go back to the lab.
Oh, this I've got to see. Well, then I suppose that should be our next stop. It wasn't too far from here, right?
No.
Actually, quick question to save us a long rest.
Yeah,
Is there a priest that just so happens to have remove curse prepared?
maybe.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't know. Without
Yeah.
going to temples and stuff like that and asking, you're...
It'll be faster to take a nap.
Yeah. Just lays down and goes to sleep. Here we go again.
Remember what last time you went and took a nap all on your own?
I remember.
This time he's got armed guards watching him.
Oh, you just lay down beside Enran. Okay.
Ah, yes. I am now a vampire. What?
Uh-oh. Vampire cleric of light domain. Ironic.
Light domain. Not life. Light.
I said light.
I know, but it'd be more ironic if he was life domain.
They're both ironic.
Anyway, you guys do what? Head back?
We should go see Zalpip. Let's see what they built in this short amount of time we've been gone.
Yes.
Well, that's not exactly how that works, but okay. Your cousin sends you, wishes you the best of luck, and sends you guys all on your way, yada yada yada, family typical, leavings, and hopes to see you guys in the near future with a potential resolution.
Tomorrow.
You guys travel back to the graveyard where Zalpip is awaiting your arrival out front. You guys arrive, and he goes, "Oh, you guys have..." Gotta find his voice again. Oh, you guys have... Nope, that's definitely not it. You guys have returned. Excellent.
How would you do the thing with the voice in my head?
Whoa.
The message spell.
You never told me that one.
You weren't ready. Come.
Wait, message doesn't have that kind of range.
He's smart. He didn't
You know?
invent the spell, though.
You know, Dinok, I'm surprised you didn't try to learn it when you helped me copy it down for the Archmage or whatever his name was.
Because it was meant for a different class of magic. Remember, you were just describing the whoosh and boom and it happens.
It's the best I can do.
I need a clean, comprehensive, and understandable way to learn it. By the way, Zalpip, do you have a scroll of that spell?
Not on hand, I don't, boy. But come this way. Look, my friend just dropped. One of my old acquaintances just dropped this off, and I found something to go along well with it. And he leads you guys inside.
Okay.
And let me hold on. I gotta do something real fast. And he immediately grabs a potion. This potion bottle has it's a transparent liquid with a almost like a silver, fairly large fingernail kind of floating in amongst the
Ew.
vial. And he goes, "This will come in handy for one of you, I'm sure." He sets it down. That is a potion. Back to notes. I need another screen. This is a potion of hill giant strength. It'll last for 1 hour and make you as strong as a hill giant. Might be good for some of you. And he just gestures a finger at pretty much the entire group. And he takes a cloth and kind of drags it off of a weapon. You see essentially a long sword that has been. It's got a very fancy handle, one that you might see typically with royal decree Dinok, but the
Ooh.
blade itself appears to be sharpened bone. And
Interesting.
it emanates a slightly magical feel.
What is it?
We call it a sort of giant slaying. Made from the bone of a dead giant. It'll be a very powerful weapon against any giant you were to fight. If you were planning on entering the mountain, I think this would be a very good addition for you.
Zalpip, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you know a curse that causes vampirism?
The only one that I can think of is the one that vampires actually inflict upon people when they drink from them. Why?
We just went to the June estate. Enran,
Suddenly gets
Uncle
very
Enran.
serious.
Uncle Enran has a curse that is turning him into a vampire.
He's silent for a while, contemplating. That's what's going on.
Yes. Due to things we learned on the previous island, there is a being who became a god, known as the Sleeping King. We believe the demons are following his orders. But there was also a vampire who was following his orders.
Means there may be more.
That sounds familiar, Sleeping King. I will do some research and see what I can learn about him. Then, don't know. Sounds familiar. The sword, by the way, is on loan. The potion, I understand, is a consumable. Drink it when you need it. However, the sword I expect back.
Can you imagine if you wielded both at the same time?
Potion and the sword. The potion would break.
No, no. I mean, you drink the potion, and then you use the giant slaying sword to fight giants.
That is the point, boy.
That just sounds crazy strong.
But only against
Strongest.
giants.
Well, yeah. But still, that kind of strength. Katsu's mind starts to wander as he thinks about Cardin wielding that kind of power.
So, for the sake of brevity here, you guys, I'm assuming, take the items
Mm-hmm.
and
It
leave
would be crazy not
Zalpip
to.
and leave Zalpip to his thoughts. You guys head where? Back to the fortress?
I would say back to the fortress. That'd probably be where Cardin would be most comfortable in this setting.
It would
Gone
be a good
first, talk
idea.
later.
Yeah, it would be a good idea while we were here. I don't know what time it is, but either first thing tomorrow morning or whatever, I guess it depends on the time. Doing what Valinar suggested and talking to that cloud giant king skull.
I figured you guys would do that in the evening when you returned back to the fortress.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I will say you guys head back to the fortress. And that evening is where we will pick it up next week, as it is after midnight. I know we started a little bit later, but it's still after midnight. So, that is where we're going to end it tonight. Real quick, before we go, somebody write down the potion of Hill Giant Strength and the a Giant Slayer sword of a longsword variety.
I've already got that written down.
Good. The potion of Hill Giant Strength will increase the drinker's strength score to 21.
Ooh.
The Giant Slayer sword is a +1 weapon, and when you hit a giant, the creature must have the tag giant in it. There's a whole giant species, basically. On a hit, it deals an extra 2d6 damage, and the giant must make a 15 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
He said,
Primarily, as long as you have the names, that'll be the most beneficial, just so that I know what it is you need. Because otherwise,
Whoops.
all the
I mean-
times of all the times to be disconnected. Okay, Giant Slayer Sword does 2d6 extra damage?
Yep. It deals the weapon
2d6
damage type. And then
extra damage to giants.
Carden, if you're the one attuning
And-
to it, I will put it in your character sheet. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, Carden is attuning to it. He likes
must
Bone
be-
Sword.
They must make a.
It's a long sword. Just bear that in mind.
You
Yeah.
said they had to make like a strength saving throw or be knocked prone?
Correct.
Okay. Did you give a challenge rating? I mean, a DC for that?
15.
15.
Okay. DC. Let's say.
And that is where we will call it for the night. Dinok, I hope you're not too mad at me. I have given you guys plenty to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys will arrive back at the Laputa
Laptop.
for the beginning of the next session. So no long rest for you.
Damn.
And like I said, that is where we will pick it up next week. But that is going to end it for us tonight, guys. So everyone who came by and watched, thank you. I appreciate it. I also there was something I was gonna say. We had somehow I have to look it up again. But the channel is like a few goals away from reaching I think affiliate on Twitch.
Dude.
Which is kind of
Affiliate?
cool. Yeah, so there's
What does that
affiliate and it's a thing for Twitch. So I would
Oh,
be a
okay.
Twitch affiliate. It helps with promotion and
Ooh.
stuff like that of the stream. I think I need to do. I think I need there's something I need to. I think I had to reach a certain number of followers, and then if I stream enough times in a month, then I can qualify for affiliate, and I can I guess apply for it.
Ooh.
And that it does a few things. It cuts down on like ads that may appear for people who are watching this on Twitch, either live or after the fact. And I also believe it'll allow me to keep videos or VODs up longer, where they don't disappear on my Twitch channel. I believe those are the big ones that I would get from it. And I would get more emotes, is another fun one.
Yes.
I could hear Patrick just,
Wow.
or I could hear Ginger just sitting there with the button, just waiting. Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. So
You also get like the little badge emotes too.
yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
we get a lot of fun things for the channel. I would love to see what happens if I were to get affiliate, but I know there's a little bit more that I would have to do. But in the meantime, the big thing that I need right now is like followers. Not even subscribers. I'm pretty sure it's just followers. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. I think I want to say I
But
need
that would-
like 10 more followers or something like that.
That
And
makes us
then,
more important.
yep, and then I need to stream like 7 days in a month or something like that.
Well, you're already at 4 with us.
Yeah, with it wouldn't be terribly difficult. It's just a little bit more effort on my end, which I can put into this. I just haven't into this recently because of time restraints because of work and with having a kid now. I've been very busy, but it is something that I can do. I just have to, buckle down and do it. But at the same time, I would love to get to that follower requirement, and then get the videos in that same time period. So if you guys are watching this and you're not yet following the channel, follow the channel. It helps us out. It'll help you out. It doesn't
Help us
cost you
all.
anything.
You.
Help
Yeah.
us help you.
Yeah.
Help
And not
us
pay for it.
entertain you.
Yeah.
Help us help you help us.
Yeah. It'll bring fancier things. Like down below I have new I don't even know what they're called. I'm gonna call them billboards.
Buttons?
That's not what they're called. They're not, well, they're semi buttons.
Headlines?
Descriptions, sure. Like I have new
I
one
like
of
it.
those because I got bored the other day. And with a growing channel, I'll probably put more effort into finding new things and having a new layout and stuff so that you can have nicer things at times. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for already the support and everything. So I will see everybody next week. Have a good night.
Night, y'all.
Good night, all.
Not everyone.
See y'all.